Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm Andrea Jackson. I'm 20 years old of age, and I'm glad to be kicking off the Mayor's 6th annual home for the holiday campaign by moving into my new apartment. In my new apartment, I'll be able to build a lovely home for myself and Dior, my dog. Stable housing will also help me pursue my goal of growing my business, continue my education in my clothing line, and also working my construction job at the Capitol building. Thank you all for being here, and I'm happy to introduce Director Laura Green Zeilinger.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For me? Yes. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to enjoy these at the office. We're going to share them. I'm going to put them down here. Okay. Wow. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and good morning, neighbors in Washington, D.C. I want to first start by congratulating Miss Andrea Jackson on her new home, which she will be moving into today. I just want to share with you what an absolutely impressive young woman we have this year to help us kick off our Home for the Holidays campaign. I don't know about you, but at 20 years old, I did not have a job in construction. I was still trying to figure out who I was. I was not caring for my own little pup, and she is Dior. And not only all of that, but she is an athlete, ran track, and it was second in the region in hurdles. That is, if for any of you track stars out there or runners or wannabe hurdlers, that is like the hardest event ever. She has a podcast, her own table talk, talks with, I'm going to get this wrong, Drea J. Okay, and her own fashion line, Osani brand. And when asked what are the first two things she's going to do when she gets into her new place, which is for anyone who ever has not been with a safe place that is home, there is something particularly magical about putting your key in the door for the first time and hearing that click. And then when everyone is gone, locking it and knowing that that is your space, your safe space. And so everyone who does have housing, one of the things as we practice gratitude during this holiday season is remembering when you put your own key in the door or you latch your own door as you come in, that there are many more people who are working to get into a home of their own. But what she's going to do, if you don't mind if I could share, is she's going to first pray over her unit, and we are praying over you, and for you to have a really beautiful life and achieve your goals and dreams from the stability of housing there. And she's going to cook a meal. She's going to sit in her closet, which is a nice size. That is amazing. There's nothing like a good size closet, especially for someone who's into fashion. And she's going to cook a meal for her dog of rice and chicken. And as a fellow dog lover and knowing that unconditional love and pure joy we learn from our pups, I know that Dior is going to appreciate being in that home with you as well. So what is this Home for the Holidays campaign that we're kicking off today? Why is it important? What are we asking for? Why is it a campaign? Well, we are so fortunate to live in a jurisdiction where our mayor believes that we can and is charged with reaching a place where homelessness is rare, brief, and non-recurring. That means that whenever possible, people get the help that they need so they don't have to experience homelessness, whether it's some financial assistance, mediation, or support with their utilities, or just help resolving the crisis at hand, that they have that support so that they don't find themselves without a safe place. But if that happens, which it will, that there's a safe place where they can go, where they are supported, where they are welcomed, where the right services are there and they're dignified, and that episode of homelessness is as brief as possible. and that they are able to quickly exit with the supports they need so they're not returning to homelessness. Those are our goals in Homeward DC. They have not changed, and that is what it looks like to create a system where homelessness is rare, brief, and non-recurring. That is not something the government does alone. It is not something like the wonderful organizations where we are at Collaborative Solutions for Communities today, here you're going to learn a little bit more about, does alone, but it is something we do together with our housing providers, with our faith organizations, with our schools, with our other community providers, across numerous government agencies who do housing and housing inspections, who help with employment and workforce development, who provide the supportive services. It is a whole network of us who work together to make those things happen. So if you're a resident wondering, I see people who are experiencing homelessness, I want to help, sometimes they're asking for money, I don't know what to do, you can look up Home for the Holidays, and on our website, on the DHS website, there is a link there, and you can find out ways that you can contribute. Household items for people who are moving in are a really important way that you can help. You can donate funding to one of the wonderful organizations that are helping people. You can find a place to support with the range of programs and supports that help people move into a place of their own. If you are a housing provider, our call to action is especially for you. We have a number of people who have housing subsidies who are already working or who are seeking employment, but they need the stability of housing from which to thrive. We have resources to support them with their security deposits and their rent assistance, and we need more housing providers participating with us so that the people who have housing subsidies can move off the streets or out of shelter, out of transitional housing into a permanent, safe space that is their home. This year, our goal is that between now and through the holidays before February, that 900 residents will move out of homelessness into a safe place that is their home. And we are launching today, again, with our first resident, Andrea Jackson, moving into her home. This, we want you to invite you to be part of supporting the hope and prosperity, cheer, togetherness, and sense of community that defines us in the District of Columbia. I want to also note that this is so crucial, that oftentimes people experience a crisis in their life that is not their fault. But when people have the privilege to be born into families or communities with means, they don't suffer the same consequences of people born into poverty. People who are in our community who are white almost never have an episode of something result in their homelessness because of the history of racism in our community. So if we're going to be an anti-racist government, an anti-racist community, we all need to step up and be part of creating a new reality that doesn't let people find themselves without a home, but when it does, rallies around them and supports them like we do our own family to help them have a safe, stable place and new future. We know that everybody is born with the same intellect, but not the same opportunity. And we are a stronger, better community when all the special gifts that each of us are born with can be realized, and all of us then thrive and are better for it. So join us today in celebrating our neighbors, being part of our Home for the Holidays campaign, and helping us get to our very aggressive goal of 900 people exiting homelessness for housing. Just imagine how different our community is going to look like by the end of the holidays when 900 more of our residents are in a place of their own. So with that, yes, that is clap-worthy. And as I close, I just again want to acknowledge Ms. Jackson and for her gift, because it is no small thing to get up here and share your own story. Most of us are never asked to do that, and it gives hope to others and is a very brave and important thing to do. And I want to thank you for your courage and all that you've done, and I know you are going to do absolutely amazing things, and that Dior is so happy to have, so lucky to have you as taking care of him. So with that, I'm going to introduce Miss Penny. Miss Penny is the director here at Collaborative Solutions for Communities, and she's going to say a few words about this organization and our Home for the Holidays campaign today. Miss Penny. Thank you.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here this morning. Andrea is just a gem to work with, and just to recently get to know you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to know you. Andrea's grandfather joined us just a few minutes ago, so I'm going to allow him to come up here in a few minutes and say something. He wants to say something on behalf of his granddaughter, and this is so wonderful. And I want to say thank you to the mayor and to Laura for just allowing us to be part of this Home for the Holidays event. Christmas season, holiday seasons, it's wonderful. It's just great to have us all to come together to just celebrate life, celebrate opportunities that is given to us right now. Not every kid has an opportunity, but with the way DC is operating right now, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but I think we are unique in DC for having the structure we have, having the setup we have, having the resources we have. I want to brag about that for DC. I hope I'm correct in what I'm saying, but I believe that from where I stand. I see that, and I know our kids have the opportunity to grow in DC, and that is I'm grateful for, and as well as the adult family that Laura oversees as well, not just the youth. And so we want to say we thank you so much for your leadership, making sure that our clients, our families are well taken care of, and they have the resources they need. It's tremendous to see that happen in DC. We appreciate that. Based upon, I'm just going to go right into us, who we are, CSC, Collaborative Solutions for Communities. We're a dynamic organization. Can I say that about myself? Yes, I can. We're unique. I've been here for 26 years, and the organization is 26 years old. And I think I feel this is me. I love what I do. I love the work that we do. And I believe in one thing, that people, given the opportunity, can change their life. Given the opportunities, anyone can change their life. So opportunities come through our systems, which we appreciate that. We have a tremendous staff, a diverse staff, excellent staff, hardworking staff. We just came from a retreat recently, and we worked really hard to plan for the future. So we're excited about that. We're looking forward to be more in partnership with our DC government and our local community organization. As Laura said, we really would like to ask the community to embrace us, to connect with the community organization, to make a difference for our residents and our youth. We as a community should stop talking about what's wrong with our youth and find a way to find the resources to help build them up. Because there's something that every youth could benefit from, and DC has it. The mayor has made sure those things are in place, and we are grateful to her for that. And so CSC is part of a number of contracts in DC, and so we are grateful for that, and we work closely with OVSJG, as well as DHS and other organizations in the District of Columbia. CSC is privileged to host Ms. Jackson, and we thank you so much for your willingness to be part of the Home for the Holidays. You're a very strong young woman, and we want to just encourage you to stay focused on what you're given, the gift, as Laura talked about, the gift that's in you, to continue to thrive. As you can see, you had a number of requests. They're up here. And so we're happy to see that. You have fantastic taste, and you're quite fashionable. And Andrea is a fashion designer. She didn't talk about that, but she's a fashion designer. Again, young people have the opportunity to make a difference in the District of Columbia. And we look forward to our community partners. We look forward to the government continue to make these opportunities available for our youth. And we're excited about being part of Home for the Holidays. This is our first time, and it's not going to be our last time. Thank you. Let me introduce our Andrea's grandfather is here, and he would like to say a few words. Can you come? Mr. Jackson.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's kind of put me on the spot, but that's okay. I'm here to support Andrea, who is, I'm here on the behalf of Andrea today. I had to take off from work because I didn't want to miss this moment for her. She's, I've had Andrea since she was 3 years old. My wife and I, we live in Maryland, and she went to public school. She went all the way through school. She's always been a go-getter. She got involved in all the school activities, and she just did well for herself. But as of last year, she decided she wanted to go do her own thing. So she ends up here in the district, and all she's been telling me is all the good things about what she's been doing. And my main concern for her, my wife and I, was that she would be safe wherever she was at. And she kept in contact with me, and she said, "Dad, I'm okay. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that." So I said, "Well, you know where home is, and we're here to support you." So I'm just proud of her today, and I'm proud of the program that she's in, and all help she's getting. She's a determined young lady that she wants to do what she wants to do, and I'm 100% behind her, helping her any way I can. My wife and I, she couldn't be here today because she had to work, but Andrea called me and said, "Dad, you got to come." I'm her granddad, but she's dad. I'm dad to her. So I said, "Well, I'm going to come if I can find parking in the district." So I did find a place to park, and I don't know how long I'm going to be there, but I didn't want to miss this opportunity and didn't want to let her down, so I'm here today to support her, and I'm just proud of her. My wife, she told me to tell her hello, and we're proud of her, and she wants to do a lot of things, and I told her, you can do anything you want to do in life if you really work hard at it. So I'm just so proud of you, Andrea.
Okay, so with that being done, I want to just, Andrea, could you stand up? This is your day or moment. The staff want to share some of your gifts with you, and some of them are very heavy. So the staff is going to be helping to share some of the gifts. Behind that, you see, what did you ask for? A big size TV, right? So I want a big size TV. And what did you ask for, Dio, your dog? What did you ask for? Toys for the dog, right? So we got the toys for the dog as there, and other stuff, as you can see. We want to just let you know that these are all yours. The staff will make sure you get it to your apartment today. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm gonna hand it to her. Especially the doggy stuff. Let's start with that. This is for Dio.
Thank you.
You get to keep. A new bed and toys. You can turn around and face the camera. Okay, all right. Okay, so with that being said, Trinidad, is there anything else? Oh, yes. Come here.
So we
Come
got your,
over here.
our Home for the Holidays logo. We can take a picture and just wish you congratulations.
Thank you.
And welcome home.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, is that it?
I think that's it. We don't have questions, correct? Okay.
All right.
Then
Thank
we are
you.
good to go. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.